The following program may contain strong language and mature content. Viewer discretion is advised. Good morning. How are you guys? Kyrie, what the hell are you doing? Where you at, girl?
Well, wait a minute.
What are you doing, girl?
Hey!
Every day, every time. Welcome to Los Angeles, West Coast, East Coast, and the entire country in between. Welcome to Pyro Power Hour, your favorite morning show. We are here, and it's been a week, y'all, and I just want to let you know you made it. You made it. Yes. Hey, What's up, ATL Torres?
In the building.
Yes. We got a lot to talk about today. We have a lot to talk about today. We got a full docket. So if we go a little overtime, we are sorry because we got a lot to talk about today. All right. Actually, I'm not sorry because who run this? Who gonna check us, boo? Anywho, yes, Jules forever. Good morning. Sean Kingsley. You know, Sean is my sugar daddy in my head. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah, sugar daddy, what's going on, sir? Yes. Right. Yes.
Well, you have a long line to fight, but okay.
Yeah, so just real quick before we go into it, I'm looking in the back room. It says that someone can't hear us. Can you guys hear us? And if you can't, no, somebody, our guest in the back. If you can't hear us, bro, just go ahead and log out and come back in.
Yeah.
It might be on you in that Boost Mobile. Anyway, we're gonna move on. You can't hear me, so don't worry. Can y'all hear us? I want to make sure y'all can hear us. Jules,
Grand right. Can I hear?
Yes. If y'all can hear us, D number 3. What's going on, brother?
If you can hear, type in the number 7.
Yes, type in 7 if you can hear it. Oh, that's a good one, Kyrie. You better go ahead and do your host stuff there. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Jules Forever says that she can hear us, so that's good. We appreciate you. All right. Oh, now you can hear us. Okay, good. I'll guess in the back.
Now good.
That's that Boost Mobile, honey. We don't know what's going on with her. Yes. We don't.
Oh, Sean Kingsley know me. He said, "Take that bonnet off, baby."
Oh.
I wear my bonnet. Now on the show though. Sugar daddy. Come
on, sugar daddy. That's daddy. All right, Sean, don't play around.
All right, Big Danny.
Yes. All right, y'all. We got a full docket on today, so I do not want to go ahead and hesitate. Let's go ahead and get all of the stuff out the way. First and foremost, we want to thank our sponsors, Bullet and Flight Radio, the #1 progressive Christian radio station in the world. And yes, we checked. They are. Okay, so go ahead and head over to www.bulletandflightradio.com for all of your musical needs today. And guess what? It's Dance Fridays for them. And let me tell you something. I bump Bullet and Flight Radio on Fridays and Saturdays because they get the job done. When I need some music, when I don't have time to sit there and make a playlist, just throw on some Bullet and Flight Radio. They get you together. Now, all right, don't start nothing. ATL Torres? sir. So, moving on to our next sponsor is Pyro Media Productions. Why do we look good? It's because of them. They get us together. They can get all this pretty graphics done. You see all the other shows on Pyro Media Network. It's all because of Pyro Media Productions. And yes, I am the executive producer of Pyro Media Enterprises. But let me tell you something. I would not be where I'm at without my team. So I want to shout out to the Pyro Media family team and the staff over at Pyro Media. We love our team. We are a family. We gel together. We get it together. So thank you guys for all that you do. Don't forget to follow Kyrie and I on TikTok. Get on that tickety-tockety talk, tickety-tock, clock talk. Okay?
When I'm here, I got one to make, baby.
Baby. Listen, I slipped yesterday because you know I'll be making 4 to 5 videos a day. Yesterday, I had a lot going on yesterday, so I shot out one video yesterday. I'm gonna have to make up today, so we're gonna.
Yesterday was a full day for me. I had to take my mom to her doctor's appointment. And some other and now baking and stuff. So yeah.
Shout out to Mama Sinaj. What's going on, Mama Sinaj? Yeah. Yes, Mama Sinaj is where it's at. I want some good old home cookings now, ma'am. Yes. All right, y'all. Without further delay, we're not going to waste any more time. We got a lot to talk about, but we don't want to do this alone. We want to welcome one of the newest members and newest family members to our prestigious family over here at Pyro Media Network, Mr. Walter Bernard, if you will, and he is going to be bringing his show, The Walt B Connection, to Pyro Media Network, and I am super excited to have him on the show. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Mr. Walter Bernard. What up, Sexy? Yes, look at all that melanin. Look at all that melanin.
Is it melanin? And he can sing. Y'all know I ain't about singer. He can sing.
Yes, he can.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
You definitely can sing. And let me tell you something. There's a lot of these girls out here that can be coming up in LA just like woo woo moo moo. Okay, but Walter Bernard can sing. Okay,
I appreciate it.
Go and check out his tickety talks. He be acting like he all saved and sanctified, but he be out in the club singing his little heart out. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be in the club.
I enjoy Walt's TikTok because Walt he has good musical ideas, and when he has to get somebody together in the comments, he will make a
Let me tell you something about Walter. Walter. There's few people that can host and produce at the same time, and one of the things that I love about Walter is that he comes up with some phenomenal ideas for number one his TikTok and phenomenal ideas for his show. So Walter, the Walt B Connection is not just a brand new show that's coming out of conception to Pyro Media Network. He had his own show, and then he decided to come over, and we're gonna merge our magic. His black magic, black melanin magic, and our black melanin magic is gonna merge together, and we create the ultimate Walt B Connection. Okay,
I love it. I can't wait.
We didn't create the show. He did it on his own. Okay, he has a pretty decent following himself. So tell us a little bit about your show real quick before we get started into our little hot topics here.
So what we do on the show that we're doing is we talk about dating. Dating is different in 2022 than it has pretty much ever been. Just a little bit about myself. I got married in 2005 and I'm divorced. And I went through the whole, Dante has a shirt that says being straight was the phase.
Shout out to Dante Morrison.
I need that shirt.
I know. I went through my straight phase, and through a course of events, I've now found myself a part of the LGBT community. And
welcome.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. Stop the presses. You're gay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother. My bad. Right. You go to my TikTok. They were trying to call me out. I'll be like, you're a little late. But so dating though is different. When I was younger, you had to meet a person. You kind of had to, get to know a person face to face. Texting was, you had to pay to have texting to be a part of your plan. When I got married, it wasn't just an all inclusive deal. But now texting, Facebook, all of that is a part of this whole conglomerate. Mm-hmm. And so it really, in some ways it makes dating easier, but in other ways it kind of complicates it. It's easier because you can communicate with people, but it's complicated because people be lying.
Now, so do you think there's a difference between dating, meeting someone on an app or meeting someone face to face?
I personally, at my core, I like meeting someone face to face because you can't fake energy.
Well,
you get around people and your insides will be telling you something about this. So and so is you a fake little so and so. Now whether you choose to ignore it because they fine or they saying the right words, that's a total different thing. But if you be honest with yourself, your core told you about a person when you met them.
Sure did.
Right. ATL Torres, that ain't just starting now. That's been a thing.
Listen, what did he say? Hold up. Dating, sex now, all of these, no fast. Yeah, I don't got time for that. Listen, but we gonna get into more of that later because we got a topic to. We gonna continue our topic from this Monday. But I want to go ahead and get into because we have a lot going on, my brothers. We have a lot going on. So let's go ahead and get into what's going on.
I don't know what ATL question is. ATL said I have an important question to ask.
Yeah, I had asked and I was like, what's the tea, about, Willis? What's going on? Yeah, what's I'm listening at work, guys. Oh, all right. You know what? You better go ahead and sneak in a little listening time.
I heard that.
Listen.
I'll support him.
We love being some working respite, if you will. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's see what he got. So.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. It says
Kyrie's mother. What do we call you and Kyrie? You. Well, if you want to TikTok and Facebook, I am. When I'm giving advice, I'm Uncle Kyrie, or just Kyrie.
Yeah, because I go by male pronouns. I don't do all that auntie, stuff or whatever. So, listen, call me Kwame. Damn it. I am very proud of my name because I was named after Kwame Nkrumah. Okay, praise Jesus. But no, you can go ahead. You can call me because I don't feel like I'm old enough to be uncle yet.
No, you're not there yet.
Okay, Oprah, you can call me Uncle Gary.
You're still young, Kai. You still young. Kwame. No, Kai.
Kwame.
Kai. Yeah, Kai can be uncle.
So it was nice talking to Walter Lee today. He tried it. Listen, I'm 25 years old, girl. I'm 25 years old.
I'm gonna give him that because he's not there yet. But Oprah and Gail Oprah, Gail, and Mary J. Blige don't want to be called auntie. Now, Ava DuVernay, right. I give her a pass because she's not that old. But yeah, Oprah and Gail, girl. Oprah 70, ma'am.
Listen,
right.
I'm not in a rush. And I respect my elders. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to be old, Kyrie and Walter, you go ahead and be old, girl.
I'm not old. I take it, but the younger people, especially younger gays, always come to me for advice. So that's why I said, I'm Uncle Kyrie. And my niece and nephew, Uncle Kyrie, so yeah.
Come on, Uncle Kyrie. Well, I guess call me nephew.
Nephew.
Don't call me niece or daughter, honey. All right, moving on. Let's get into it. First off, this is your story, brother. You go ahead and hit this up. This is Ime
Ime Udoka. I don't know how to say the man name.
Forgive us if we're mispronouncing that name. We sincerely apologize.
Udoka. Okay, so this fine, and I do mean fine.
Yes,
man, right here, and Nia Long.
That is a tall man.
Yeah, that's a tall glass of. Okay.
Sorry.
So he has been caught up in an affair. Well, in affairs he's had on Nia. Now him and Nia, we don't know. They met in 2010, and then she got pregnant in 2015. So they have a child together. and they're not married. They're spiritually married. In other words, they shacking up.
Okay.
But he was having an affair, and I don't know how it got out. But the big problem is because he's been suspended from work because he had it with with women at his job. Now here's the thing. But how did it get out? Because he lives in one state, and the other, the black one, they keep showing the black lady she lived in Arizona, I believe.
Well, I don't know about that, but this is what E! News is reporting. E! News is reporting the professional basketball coach who has been engaged to actress Nia Long since 2015 was suspended from his role as head coach of the Boston Celtics. The team shared on September 22nd, yesterday. Hours before the announcement, ESPN, citing multiple sources, reported that Udoka, excuse me if I mispronounced his name, was facing disciplinary action for his alleged role in an intimate relationship with a female member of the franchise's staff.
And that goes again. You know, a lot of companies you can't fraternize, you can't date somebody work with. And that's their.
I mean, that's a typical policy amongst most companies. You have a no fraternization type policy, but I think it's typically enforced when it's unwarranted fraternization. You know what I mean? When it starts turning into something that's possibly sexual assault,
unwelcome, right?
Yeah.
Right. But here's who ain't gonna welcome that? But whatever. Okay. So,
he probably started lying to her and was like, you know what, I'm gonna leave my wife for you.
But you know what, Walt and Kwame, here's my thing. Everybody's talking about it except her. Just like a few years ago when Lela Rashawn and her husband went through that big thing, everybody, because he was kissing on Nicole Richie, everybody had something to say but Lela Rashawn. So we don't know what she knows. We don't know what their agreement is. This is just me talking. She knows what she has because her ex is a Nigerian man. She keeps picking Nigerian. Maybe it's something about them that Nigerian meat. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
everything's better from the motherland.
I'm just saying.
Now this is stepping into, I think, Monday's show, but whatever. If people have honest conversations and just tell people, hey, monogamy is not my thing from the jump, then things would be better. But like I said, but since she's not saying anything, I think this is maybe what they do. She knows he's not monogamous. Maybe they don't allegedly, but maybe they don't have a monogamous relationship.
I love, first of all, can I just say that I love that Walter's on the show today because, he is our resident dating expert, if you will. So I love that he's on the show today because I think this is going to be a great conversation to dive into for our main topic today. But I do want to put a fork in it because I do want to go into the other trifling news that's going on with, relationships. And this is...
Oh, yeah.
So Kanye West,
he
exhausts me, y'all. Okay, so the Shade Room reports in a new interview with Good Morning America, Kanye West sat down to talk about co-parenting with Kim Kardashian, fatherhood, his business deals, to talk about his co-parenting with Kim Kardashian, fatherhood, his business deals with Gap and Adidas, and more. Following a series of posts on social media where Kanye West pretty much put the world in his business as he talked about his co-parenting struggles with Kim. Kanye issued an apology to her and said, quote, "This is the mother of my children, and I apologize for any stress that I have caused, even in my frustration, because God calls me to be stronger. But also, ain't nobody else should be," this is what he says, "but also ain't nobody else should be causing no stress either. I need this person to be least stressed and be best sound mind and as calm as possible to be able to raise those children," end quote.
Okay.
Thoughts?
My thoughts is, I think he's in Gemini mode. Gemini men have these, they go back and forth.
Good thing we don't have any Geminis.
I think it would do. Listen, I'm sorry. Listen, I've dealt with two of them in my dating life. Child, listen. So I think he's in Gemini mode. And he said causing her stress. What about her ex, they were only together for what, 6 to 7, 8 months tops, and he got her face tattooed on him along with all the names of his children. Even though it was just a ploy to get back at him, what did Kim? Did Kim issue an apology? Like, I'm sorry, I dated,
Okay.
I went out with Pete and blah blah blah. So Kanye going back into the fire. But I told a friend of mine because she loves Kanye. I said Kanye's gonna end up going back to Kim. No, he's not. He's done. I said, okay, girl, watch. And here we are.
Bingo. What do you think, Walter?
You think they're gonna get? So you think they're gonna get back together, Kai?
Oh,
I think he wants to. I don't know if they are, but I do believe he's gonna try. He's trying. This right here. This is his first step in trying. Yes.
So I think
if they don't get back together, they're at least gonna be bumping and grinding.
Well, yeah, he must can put it down because to put up with that amount of crazy and tolerate it loud in your space, he must can really do some doing.
Well, now Gemini, it's great. Now I'll say that.
I think Kanye is coming to the realization that doing business in this world without Kris Jenner in your corner pulling strings can be quite difficult.
Yeah.
Every hoe needs a good pimp.
Oh.
And I think did I not say that right? Did I say something wrong?
Very much on point with that.
So I think he is now realizing. So Kanye is great and he has done amazing things, but we can't lie, he definitely leveled up when he became a part of that Kardashian magic. And I think he's realizing with the whole Adidas thing, asking people to protest, I think he's realizing that without Kris Jenner back there, setting things up.
But he was Kanye before Kris, even though Kris Jenner, who I call Rose Skin, he Kanye before Kanye. But now Kris is that, like I said, being strong to gold. I don't know. I'm like ATL Taurus. I think Kanye needs to concentrate on himself and mental health.
Period. I totally 100% agree with that.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You don't need a woman or a Kardashian. You need help. You need therapy. Take your meds.
All right, next up on the topic is our queen, Tiffany Haddish. Has Tiffany Haddish lost everything?
No.
So let's go into what the Shade Room is reporting. Tiffany Haddish is speaking out after the lawsuit against her and Aries Spears, alleging child sexual abuse has been dismissed. While talking to TMZ inside Los Angeles International Airport, she explained she's relieved the suit is dismissed, but she said it hurt her career. What are your thoughts on this whole situation, gentlemen?
I feel like she's gonna be all right. Eventually, she's going to be all right. I do think she needed this little tap on the ass because the whole situation was ridiculous. But I think she's gonna be okay. Eventually, it may take some time, but I think they'll be back to laughing at her jokes that were always mediocre.
What do you think, Tyler?
Well, I mean, to me, she just wasn't funny. She was never that funny. But everybody else.
I agree. I love her as a comedic actress on movies, but stand up, she ain't funny worth a damn. I give you that.
Right.
But what I think is, I agree that she will be okay eventually, but because she lost all the deals during the lawsuit. But as we saw, the lawsuit has been settled.
Right.
I said, this chick want money because before this, the mother was already paid. So now that the sister has custody of her brother, okay, I need a check. So now she done got her check, and now she's Tiffany is such a great actress, blah, blah, blah. Okay, girl, you want a check, you got it. Now, Aries, I don't care. I don't care.
Y'all cutting up in the okay.
No, Aries. My problem with Aries is some people. Aries remind me of that person that don't know when the fight is over. He's still out here windmilling, like we still in the middle of the thing. Like, bruh, take your win and shut the so and so up. It's moaning. I don't want to cuss.
Right, it's too early for that. It's too early. No, but I agree. Well, I don't know if I agree that she's mediocre. I don't feel like she's mediocre.
Okay.
I personally stand up, really?
I mean, put her next to a Lunel, or put her next to a Samore, or
okay.
Even a Monique.
So no, I agree with that. I do think that there's other. She may not just be your cup of tea. Because personally, for me, I don't find Dave Chappelle to be that funny, but some other people feel that he's hilarious, and so I mean, it's really to each its own. Some people think Kevin Hart is not that funny. I find him to be pretty funny, but so it just really depends on the taste. But for me personally, I think overall, I think that Tiffany Haddish has done a phenomenal job at going from rags to riches. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so, and I respect her hustle, and I respect the fact that she has created a lot of meme-worthy situations and meme-worthy things for the culture. So I respect her as just someone overall. I have nothing to say about Aries Spears. I don't want to give him any time or clout or whatever.
Got it.
Kudos to you, girl. Do you?
But
I got a quick.
The Tiffany. As far as the video with Eric, I don't think she was trying to be malicious or anything. I just think she was just trying to be funny. But the video, it just didn't land.
I watched the censored version because it's all censored now. I watched the censored version and it's
okay. I saw the uncensored. Okay.
I mean, I saw the uncensored ones, but I wanted to watch it again because I was like, maybe maybe it's me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm just not. I'm reading into it because of what's going on, and I can't. There's no way, shape, hell, or form that would I participate in something like that.
Right.
Me personally.
I just want to ask her though. Girl, what was you thinking? The
thing was that what I've noticed about that video or about that skit is that she wasn't really mostly in it. You know, she just dropped the kids off and called it a day. Now, that in and of itself, just to be associated with it is bad enough. But don't make it seem like she intended to do something. Like, if anybody's gonna look at it weird or look at anybody weird, it would be Aries Spears.
Period.
Because I don't understand how you looked at that script and thought that was a good damn idea.
Well, because he wrote the script.
Oh.
Okay. I'm done with it.
Oh. Now, Kwame, before we move on, I got a question. As an executive producer, would you like to maybe follow her and document her reclaim the fame or her rise back to prominence?
I think that would be dope. I think that would be a dope. You better go ahead and pedal me a job, man. Yeah. Right. I think that she's going to bounce back. I think that there's this issue, and Kyrie and I have talked about it on previous shows. I think one of our first shows, we were talking about cancel culture, and I don't. Although I think it's an effective tool to bring down people who need to be brought down, I don't think that it needs to be a widespread thing. Everybody doesn't deserve to be canceled, and I think that people try to find a way to any little iota or moment to attack Black women. And this was that for me. This was definitely granted. I am not agreeing with the fact that she participated in this particular event. Right. I am not agreeing that the skit was right or what have you. And two things can be true at the same time. Facts. We could have a situation where she was not. It wasn't right for her to participate in this, and also it could be something where, or we can also look at the fact at a truth that the people who are suing her are trying to probably go for a money grab. Two things to be true at the same time. It doesn't make it right, but at the end of the day, this is not something that I think that should have canceled Tiffany.
Agreed.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is not something that she should be losing jobs and stuff over. And I think that ever since the whole Will Smith and even Will Smith, he's coming back with stuff. People thought that he was completely canceled. He wasn't.
He shouldn't have been. To me, he never should have been canceled. Period.
That's another conversation. We ain't gonna go into because we gonna go into a rabbit hole in that way. Because I completely agree with you, my brother. Completely agree with you. But the girls don't like my opinion on that one. They came from me on TikTok on that one. They're like, wait, we shouldn't have smacked him. Well, he shouldn't have said what he said.
Period. You can't play in people's face.
That ain't my stance on it. But he shouldn't be canceled. That ain't my stance. He shouldn't be canceled. Because I feel like it was a joke. Everybody know how Chris Rock is. It was a joke. He didn't. I didn't understand what he did. Because what we'll do is we'll throw in our own traumas onto people. Because Chris Rock wasn't making fun of her alopecia. It was just a joke on her head. Okay, Kwame disagree. It's fine.
I just feel like you shouldn't play in people's face. And if you play in somebody's face, however they respond, I can't slap you and tell you how mad.
Okay, so hello. But this was my question. What if Tracy Ellis Ross had walked up on that stage back in 2012 and slapped the complete shit out of Paul Mooney? Do y'all remember this BET Award show when Paul Mooney got up there and did? Because everybody know Paul Mooney did not like Diana Ross at all. Period. And he did this whole thing about how Diana Ross was a nasty hoe and what she did and everything she did. And Tracy Ross sat there graciously and smiled. Of course, she didn't laugh, but she smiled. I'm like, but then he came back later and said, well, they didn't tell me she's going to be there. BET knew what he was going to do.
Right.
But they didn't tell me that she's going to be there. Just like the Oscars, they knew what Chris Rock was going to do.
Listen, I'm not condoning, nor am I condemning what Will Smith did. But what I am saying is that that's what he chose at that moment in time. And I'm not going to blame him for that decision that he made. Sorry about it.
Now, my point is this, and people come at me all the time because I love race, but it's just, it is what it is. If you didn't ban, back in the day, John Wayne, why would you ban Will Smith?
Well, you know what that's about, bro. You know what that's about. We ain't going to even get into that. You know how Hollywood is.
It took 6 men to hold him back from beating this woman's butt.
The same thing applies to like the structure of how white supremacy controls, Hollywood and all that stuff. It's the same thing. The standards don't apply to us. The standards are very different.
Right. And
so the same thing goes for people were attacking Bill Cosby. Yes, what Bill Cosby did was wrong, but you didn't say anything about the 7th Heaven guy.
Don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on Bill Cosby.
Listen,
I'll friendship with my views on that.
Okay. Speaking of decisions, now I had a conversation. I had to call my brother Kyrie this morning because I usually when I come up with topics, at least my topics or whatever, I know Kyrie does a week's worth of research and everything, Cal, because he be putting that. I be seeing all types of notification in our system. We just like bing bing, Kyrie got something. Really, Kyrie? It's 12 o'clock at night, girl. Go to sleep. But I check, do my stuff in the morning, and check all the stuff, whatever. And This topic has been trending all week. Some of the other shows on Pyro Media Network have been covering it. For example, I know specifically the Thais Report. Shout out to Thais Jackson has been covering it. And I hesitated because I personally did not want to bring. I don't like negativity. I don't like drama. I don't like Twitter wars or whatever you want to call it, whatever the kids say nowadays. And I just didn't want to bring it. But since we're talking about decisions, let's talk about decisions that were made. Bloggers, and church. Oh my. Okay. Now, one of the things that Kyrie and I have talked about is that one of the vloggers on that we're going to be mentioning, we will not be mentioning their name.
Got it.
So we will just address that person as blogger. Okay.
Got it.
So Bishop Whitehead, or Lie Moore, as Larry Reed likes to call him, is suing Larry Reed and this other vlogger, and it's just been a hot mess. And there's been a lot of stuff going on. If you want, I'm not going to go deep diving into it. We talked a little bit about it, about the situation that happened this past Sunday at Bishop Whitehead's church, aka Bishop Rolex, aka Bishop Atomic Dog Funk.
Right.
I'm not talking about back in the day club funk. I'm talking about you are like Manhattan subway funk. That's not what we want.
We don't want that funk.
No, sir. No.
Right. So I like that you said you're like a heftier man, because me personally, because I am a bigger guy, a lot of people think I want something skinny or with a bunch of muscles on there. Those are nice to look at.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice to see here and there. But when I'm thinking about somebody I want to be with, get with, possibly get physical with, I need somebody that can handle all of this. I don't want to be thinking I'm gonna break you. So I need somebody, I need somebody who gonna, be able to handle whatever I give. You feel me?
In the words of Mother East, we don't want to go, oh my God, stop it, Ricky, stop it. No, we don't got time. You better be prepared.
Did you? Yeah, God.
Yeah. Okay.
This turned into a different type of show.
Right.
But going back, what y'all say? I don't discriminate. We go.
Right. I don't discriminate either.
Right. Good looking is good looking.
Hey, Sean.
Yeah. Your phone gonna ring before the end of the show.
Yeah.
Anywho, so continue on with your deal breakers, Kyrie.
Well, really asking for money, lying. But I had said, like I said on the other one, you got to have some type of goal, ambition, drive. Yeah.
Now you brought up a video today in our system for the showrunner, and I was interested. I want everybody to take a look at it and let's all discuss.
Yeah, let's discuss it.
Let's discuss it. Now let's set up the stage for what this video is, my brother. Go ahead.
This is a man. He's asking about dating. If you're broke, what do you think? Okay. So that's the question. What do you think?
So the question of the day is, should you date if you're broke? Let's go ahead and watch.
Okay.
Should you be dating if you're broke? I dated when I was broke. I dated when I had money. I mean, I think dating is a human thing, and if people shouldn't date when they're broke, then the entire developed world wouldn't procreate. I think what you need to look for is somebody who believes in you more than you do. And that's rare, but you only need to find one. If you keep that bar really high, you can go on lots of dates, but with the intention of finding somebody who's really going to try and go where you want to go, and they want to get there the way you want to get there. And I think if you can do those things, you'll ultimately find the right person. Should you be dating if you're broke? I dated when I
think it's interesting. What he said was interesting. I disagree 10,000%, but I think it's
not 10,000.
I think it's interesting because when I was broke, when I was absolutely flat broke, the last thing on my mind was dating a man, sex, and
dick or anything, right?
Yeah.
What do you think, Walter?
So personally, I disagree as well. See, a lot of people try to take what they did when they was 19 and 20 and apply it to what they're doing in their later 30s and 40s, and that's just not the case. You know, at 39, I expect to date a grown ass man. I don't want to be dating someone I got to
come on, 39 looking 23. Now,
yes. Thank you. But you know, facts are facts. I do know hard times do come, and I'm willing to be there for you as long as you have what Kai said. You got to have a drive. I'm not going to support nobody. If you're going, hard times fall on us, but you have the decision of whether you're going to lay down and take it, or whether you're going to be, you know, so I'm willing to get out there and windmill with you, and we fight through it.
Yeah.
But if you're just going to lay down and just take whatever, then you're going to be laying there by yourself. Consider yourself single.
Damn.
That was your point.
Right. So I completely agree with both of you, actually. And I think that one of the things that stood out to me in that video was the dating portion. And I think people need to know the difference between dating and a relationship. Because I understand that people, you know, date to be in a relationship and date to have that's your goal. Right. But at the end of the day, you're still dating. So when you're in a space of dating, you're not claiming that person or not. So personally, I don't think that it's, you know, and it's also the type of dating that you're doing. I think that there's several types of dating. Okay. I think that there's dating to where you're just going to, you know, you're just kind of get a hookup. I think that there's dating because you're actually looking for that life partner. So those different types of dating to me. So if you're going around dating, you're still in that space of dating, right? And so to me, it's like, okay, well, if you're not in the right space to even date, how? Because I listen, and I think this is a little different for heterosexual or cis type situations because like typically the guy typically pays for it. So if it's a woman that is broke, then you know they don't really have to worry about it because typically they should be, you know, taken care of. That's the social norm. But with another guy, I need to make sure because if they can't pay or we going Dutch, I'm gonna cover my own.
Period.
And I also think that there's a lack type of mentality when it comes to dating nowadays. Like it's like you go into the situations like, well, I'm gonna help build this person up, and I'm gonna no, you should come in whole. You should.
I don't want no project. Right.
Hello, because I have enough projects with this damn company.
Period.
Seriously, I have enough projects. I don't need another one.
Right.
I have been there, wanting to be Bob the Builder man. Yeah.
Right.
Come on, Bob the Builder.
Absolutely. And I think sometimes because of the lack of parenting in this generation that we received, anytime someone is that stable force or is a more nurturing individual, a lot of times you will have people that will try to latch on to you and try to come up, use you as a stepping stone. And you got to have those firm boundaries. So I'm definitely with Kai. If we don't have an established relationship, if you're not my man, then you're not getting any money. You're not, there's just certain things you don't have access to.
I agree.
I love the conversation about defining dating. I'm going to take that.
But I'm like, but you said dating. See, I don't consider going out to hookups as dating. I think it's just going out to hookups.
Yeah. Well, I tend to. I think that's what's important. What you just said, Kyrie, because I think a lot of times people need to understand what defining whatever we're defining is, because a lot of times people may say, well, that's my man. Well, what does that mean to you, girl?
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Is that, know what I'm saying? Because I think that, to me, if I'm claiming somebody as my man, we're in a relationship. That's my dude. We're partners. You know what I'm saying? We're boyfriends, whatever, fiancés, whatever the situation is. But somebody may say, well, that's my man. And they're talking, well, that's one of my men. You know what I'm saying? So it really just depends on how you define it.
But also, if you're saying that's my man, well, one question is, are you his man? And then another question is, what makes you think he's your, like? That sounds like ownership to me.
Okay,
my man. Well, what kind of commitment do we have?
So,
well, first of all, Kyrie, Jason Momoa is my man. Okay.
Well, if that's the case, then Lenny Kravitz is mine.
Fine. You can have him.
I got a plethora. If you're with me, if you follow me on Instagram, I have a close friend group, and I post them frequently. But
okay.
But
okay. Let me go.
I think these conversations are so important. A level of maturity I had to reach in life was not to be offended and not to feel like somebody was trying to corner me when they asked me, okay, what are we doing? I had to feel like they weren't trying to force me to say, okay, we're dating or we're on our way to marriage. They just want clarity so that they're not wasting their time, and in turn, I'm not wasting my time. And the sooner we can get this clarity, we can move on to either, okay, we're either going to go apart, or we can decide that we want to settle here and this is what we're doing. Like,
okay.
Yeah, well, that's really interesting. I'm sorry, Gary.
I'm sorry. Since you brought up dating, I want to say this to the powers that be at Facebook. When you all send me these notifications about Facebook dating, we found someone you may like. When I click on it, it's nobody that I like. Specifically in that section, what I like. That's the direct opposite. Are y'all not paying attention?
I doubt it.
I'm laughing because we talked about this before. He hates these dating apps. He's so tired of them.
So you never connected, you never hooked up with anybody on a dating app? Went out on a date with, Kai?
Oh yeah, I met my ex on a dating app.
Okay.
To be fair, when I met him, I told this on the show before. I didn't know his real name at first. So for a long time, he was number 4 because I was rotating fuck buddy.
I do not like you.
And I didn't know his name. But I had met them all on.
He went to the 5th floor. He went to the 5th floor.
But like I tell people, because people, especially men of size, they always say, I couldn't live in LA because they don't like big men. That's a lie.
Right. Right.
Listen.
Now, I will say there are mean queens out there that will try to come for you.
That's everywhere. Right.
Yeah. They'll try to come for you for your size, but I never have a problem. Anytime I go out, I'm always hit on. I always have somebody,
I never had a problem finding anybody. It was so funny. The first day I got to LA, I had stayed with Eddie and Dante. So I went in the house and I changed my clothes. I took a shower and changed my clothes. Dante said, where you going? I said, I got a date. Did you just say it?
Tommy wasn't wasting no time, honey.
See you later.
I know that's right.
No, but I don't think that. First and foremost, I think that there was a whole misconception about just bigger guys, having issues, because let me tell you something. There's a different, listen, you can call me fat, you can call me big, you can call me whatever. You got that. But ugly, I am not. Okay, what we're not going to do, not near one time have I had a problem getting a man. You're not going to sit here and tell me that I'm ugly. That's different. Okay, I didn't have a problem with being ugly. Nobody else had a conversation about ugliness. We're talking about bigness. Now, if you prefer skinnier men, that's your business, girl.
Period.
That's not a problem. But ugly is not I.
But I do wonder, can you find, well, some people have find that forever on an app. I don't think some people have. He just about his Brother Kinsey. Okay, Brother
Somebody
Kinsey.
is corroborating your numbers.
Okay, he's telling your business.
Okay, Brother Kinsey. But I do, but I wonder, can you find that forever? Because now I'm of the age now, I don't want to do the hookup thing. I want to find that one. Or is there such a thing as, that's a good question for Walter, since you do the dating. Is there such a thing as the one?
So personally, now that would cross over into marriage territory.
Okay.
And I've definitely failed at that. But I do think you can meet the one. But it's gonna have to be someone who gets your crazy, your uniqueness. And it's gonna be someone that you're gonna have to commit to evolve with. Because just as I've evolved from 20 to now, I do plan to continue to evolve from now until when I'm 80, you know. And again, that is hard to gauge online. There's going to have to be some physical interactions, some conversations, some arguments.
Come on, physical interactions.
Oh, yes, for the physicality. Oh, thank God.
Oh, God, we thank you.
So these are things that I definitely do believe that you can find the forever person.
Mm-hmm.
And I too am with you. I'm over, the meat and skeet. I'm over that. I definitely want to get to the, more heavier things.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I hear a lot of times, about the one and whatever, but I feel like I have evolved in thinking on that because I feel like, for me, there is someone out there for you. But if that's one or that person doesn't work out for you, there's still another one out there for you. And I feel like we get into this realm of that once you have this, bombshell relationship or situation, that it is the end all be all of it, and you're never going to get anything, else after that. And so you get into and you fall into this kind of mental trap that you're never going to get better. You're never going to be able to get anything more, because if something doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. It was what it was.
Period.
And I'm thankful for, that time that was good. You know what I'm saying? But it's not the end all be all for you. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of other people out there. There's so many people on this earth, you know what I'm saying, that can resonate with you at a certain point in time in your life. And so I don't believe, that it's the one and done. Now, I believe that if you have someone and you resonate with them and you connect with them and they get you, you guys click and you spend the rest, of your life with them, then that's great. That's a beautiful situation. That's your life partner. But that if that doesn't work out, or if they pass away or what have you, that's not the end of it. That's not the end of your life. That's for me. That's just my personal opinion on it.
I agree with that. But I'm asking, because can you find the one, or is there the one? Because you can have. Now I'm back to evolving. So I believe you can love two people at the same time for different reasons. That's what I'm saying.
What I don't know about that. That's interesting to me. That's a good question, Kyrie. Because let's say you and I are together, right? We have a great relationship, but then I start going and having more interests or whatever into something else, and then Walter comes in, and I'm like, oh, well, hey, Walter, and then I start, falling for him.
Right?
Do you I don't believe in cheating. I don't think you should cheat.
Right?
Personally.
Absolutely not.
That's loving too. Because see, there's my qualities, and then there's Walter's qualities.
Right.
And when I say the one, and when you find the one, you have to find someone who's also willing to grow with you and grow together. Because that's how people, now I know. Because I used to always say, I don't know how you grow out of love. Now that I'm older, I get it. It. Somebody grew. You grew in two different directions.
Yeah.
So
and it's funny you said. I'm so glad you said that, Kyle. You got a little wisdom, Uncle.
Don't he? Uncle Kyle.
Uncle Kyle, you got it. He got it together. But no, but I one of the things that I was just talking to someone about this the other day, and one of the things that they said to me was, I don't that person's not the same that they used to be anymore. They shouldn't.
Period.
They shouldn't be, girl. Like if they're not the same person, that's actually a good thing.
That's great.
That they've grown. Now, whether you grow with them or not, and have adapted to their growth, or you guys are split, it's two totally different conversations.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Don't sit there and talk about you're going to be a partner with someone, and then you don't actually understand what partnership is.
Right. So along the lines, one thing that I have adopted is as long as the person is open and honest with me, as long as they are open and honest with me, I am okay if they may want to engage someone else physically.
I said that Monday. Kwame looked at me like I was 14 karat crazy,
and I'm still looking at you like you 14 karat crazy, girl. Because that's not my judge. Let me tell you something. I am a one and done person, and I have no problem at all with those who have chosen the lifestyle and the ways that is polyamory. That
polyamory. But here's my question: define cheating.
So for me, cheating is being dishonest, not letting me know what's going on, and then you going behind my back and cheating. But if we've had the conversation, polyamory is all of us in a relationship. Yeah. I can be monogamous, but I think sometimes we put unrealistic expectation on a person. Mm-hmm. So once you get to know an individual, and I love you, I'm not going to put an unrealistic expectation on you. Now, of course, I don't want you over here building life with somebody. This ain't where you get two families. But if you're gonna go over there and you just have to, whatever, tell me, let me know, be safe. And I always say this: you can take your genitals and all of that over there, but the money is
here.
Right.
That's the thing I want. Now that's what I said. This is me. And that's what I said. I said the exact same thing Monday. I was like, if I was Neil Law and my man, had this one-time thing, whatever, okay, fine. Cool. We can work it out. But if you done built an emotional relationship with them, I can't compete with that. Then then you have to do something. Kwame is like, yeah.
Listen, I believe that cheating, as defined to me, is when you break a commitment. Period. That means if you have committed to a trinity, or if you committed to a quadruple, whatever the situation is, if you've committed to that situation and you are dishonest, or you like Walter said, dishonest about navigating that, and you go outside of that commitment, then you cheated. Now, for me, monogamy is just what I'm comfortable with. I'm not in a space at this juncture to share the bus or the TGIF. Okay, so that's just not what I'm comfortable with.
Got it.
And that's fine. I make that very plain at the beginning in the dating stages. Now, if you are comfortable with that, that's your business. We ain't gonna work out.
Are you the kind of person? Go ahead.
Well, because he's saying, because I said Monday how I don't believe monogamy is natural. Now, it's not natural, but I am a monogamous person, but I just don't believe it's natural. So like you said, put unrealistic expectations. Okay, if you go out here and you hit somebody, okay, that's cool.
My issue is not the fact that you said that, Kyrie. My issue is the fact that how people will interpret that, because optics are everything. You do know I have degrees in shit in marketing, right? That's what I was saying. I didn't have a problem with what you said. It's just how people would possibly interpret what you said.
Well, I try to be clear.
You know, Negroes ain't gonna be clear on shit. That's what I'm talking about. But my issue was the optics of it all. But go on, Walter. Go on.
I just feel like as long as you're honest, be honest. Tell me what it is. Go do whatever you're gonna do. Because I don't want to be somewhere and then somebody walk up to me telling me something about my man. I don't know.
Hello.
You know, because then it might be two asses whooped. Because I might have to check the hoe at where we at, but then I'm definitely coming home and me and you gonna have to have that conversation. You know, so let's
aggressive, Walter. Walter's aggressive. I like an aggressive man. No, that's. I mean, I get it because for me personally, I don't like it when I'm the last to find out something, especially when it has to do with me. I would prefer, like, one of the things that I have told my staff, I have told my friends, don't let me find out last. If you did something wrong to me, I'd rather you come to be like, look, I broke your china, your fine china. I don't want you to go into the cupboard and look for your favorite coffee mug because it's on the floor, it's shattered. You know what I'm saying? So I like that's like, I would prefer you just come directly to me, because if I find out and you could have just told me, we got a problem.
It's a whole nother situation.
It's a whole nother situation.
All right. Now, Kwame, you're saying you are monogamous. Are you the kind that would get
I prefer monogamy.
You prefer monogamy. Okay. Yeah. Are you the kind that would be upset if your man looks at another man?
No. Oh no, we both looking. Look at that fine thing walking down the street. Yeah. Oh yes.
Okay.
No.
So then, how far would too far be? Like you can look but don't touch. You can look at the menu but don't order nothing.
I think that there is for example, me and my best friend, me and my BFF, she's a female, granted, but we and her are very affectionate. So to me, if you had a best friend and that's just your natural relationship, you guys are just comfortable, that wouldn't bother me. But if we're at the club and some rando comes up to you and be like, hey, how you doing, girl? Okay. And I'm standing right there and you don't say anything, I would kind of feel some type of way about that. I'm not going to blow up because I'm not 1999 Kwame would have probably, beat the hell out of it. But 2022 Kwame probably would be like, okay, let me just finish my drink here and you go ahead and find your ride home, girl. You have a wonderful night. Let me know how you go, okay?
Consider yourself single.
Consider the doors changed and the locks changed.
So Walt said you can do order off the menu. So if you two are out looking, do you order takeout? Or do y'all just keep looking? Window shop.
What you mean order takeout? Define that, girl.
Would you do a threesome?
Yeah. Would y'all bring them home?
Oh, y'all some freaky. Y'all some freaky.
Nobody said, we didn't say anything what we would do. We asked with you. Because you said we both looking.
Because I'm saying.
Now,
he came right in the window.
Walter Bernard. What we're not gonna do is we're not gonna apologize here on Pyro Power Hour. Okay, we're not gonna. But I don't know how to answer that. I don't think so. If it was like Jason Momoa or John Legend, shut up, Sean. You see how Sean is so messy. So messy. I cannot. No, but I don't know how I would react to it. I can't say that it's a no or a yes because I don't know. It really would depend on the relationship that I have with that person, the trust that I have with them. It would depend on and he's taking notes. You know what, Sean? But I really would just depend on the situation because I've had exes where they were super jealous. And if I even looked in that direction, they would be like, what you looking at? Well, not you right now, girl, because you acting crazy. You know what I'm saying? Right. But so it would really depend on the comfort level of my partner. It would depend on who it is. Because to me, some people it just ain't worth it. To me, it's like if I am lusting after you so much, it better be worth it. You better be an Idris Elba. You better be a Jason Momoa. You better be somebody that I feel like it's worth, going that route in, you know what I'm saying? Because now you're introducing somebody into your relationship, and that could cause problems, unforeseen problems. And if you're not stable, or if you just starting, or whatever, if you haven't developed that deep trust that a lot of these polyamorous relationships have, or a lot of these other couples that have been together for years have, then I don't know.
I feel like situations like that keep you on your toes. It definitely gives you the opportunity to speak to yourself like the prophetess Missy Elliott did and say, so-and-so don't fail me now. Because I got to turn this person out so they don't want nobody else.
But that never works, though, because, because a person always want to have a taste test somewhere else. I'm not going to say always, but some people want to, have a little taste.
Life's a buffet.
Yeah. but all this junk that I talk, when I'm with somebody, it's like I don't want nobody. I be so into them, I don't want nobody.
Same. That is what I'm. That's how it is for me. If I've chosen, because I want to be very clear about what I'm saying. Y'all listen and listen good. When I say that I have chosen someone, to me, you are choosing. When I choose someone, because I don't have to be with you, girl.
Period.
I don't. Right. I really don't. And if I'm sharing my life with you, if I have chosen to go that route and go on that path with you, then you have really met an insurmountable amount of obstacles in my mind. Mm-hmm. And you know what I'm saying? Because it is a lot to get through this Capricorn heart. You know what I'm saying?
You're Capricorn. So
show is. Hey, Caps up, baby. Oh, that's why we get long walls. Shut up, Kyrie. I see your face, girl. But my thing is like, it takes a lot to get there. And for me, if you are at that space in my life, then I've chosen you. And I don't really, if all that work is going to go into me just looking at something else, what's the purpose of me even being with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm all into that person. I'm like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying to lose your identity or all the other stuff or whatever.
No, we get what you're saying. Yeah, of course.
At the end of the day, if I've chosen you, then I'm like, okay, it's me and you, homie.
Right.
So, and I don't really like, it's nice, especially if we look into, because I have had partners where I have, we were looking on TV, oh, they look good. Oh, if we had them, we would, know, and we joke around and stuff like that. But at the end of it, I don't think we would actually initiate because we get hot. That person makes me hot enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have a very high sex drive, and I have really had to chill because if I wanted to, I would have sex all day, but I have to work.
Yeah. That is the thing.
And I have to eat. There's a lot of things.
You could get you an OnlyFans, and that can be your work, though. I'm just saying.
I'm leaving.
No.
Well, I mean, it's a good idea. Because I've heard there's a lot of people getting a lot of money on these OnlyFans now.
Yeah.
So you won't catch me. Not about
paying rent and some more. All they're doing is showing some tail.
Yes. Well, this is a great conversation. Thanks for joining us on our new long-winded episode.
Right.
Walter. Yeah, because we spent an hour and a half on this one. We had to get this conversation out. Yeah, time is flying. But we want to thank you guys for joining. First of all, we want to congratulate Walter B for having the Walt B connection on Pyro Power Hour. We are so excited. And don't forget to check out his show, which will be this Monday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here on Pyro Media Network. So I'm excited. It's gonna be right after the Titan Capri Experience. I'm so excited to see his show. And your co-host Manal is gonna be on there, right? Am I pronouncing your name right?
Yes, Manal will be with us. Correct.
Yes. Shout out to Manal. Can't wait to meet her. Can't wait to see what you guys do. So I'm excited. Tell the people where they can follow you and where they can find you and stuff.
So on all social media platforms, look me up, Walt B Connection. And I see they have their Cash Apps. Should you want to send your boy some money, it's also Walt B Connection on Cash App as well.
Yes. Well, thanks to Walter B for joining us today. Kyrie and I have some shenanigans to do next Monday, so definitely be here at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and definitely check out all the shows that aired this week because we had some shows this week, child. Every week it just seems to be getting better and better with these episodes, child. So just go ahead and check out all of the shows on Pyro Media Network. And if you missed the Thais Thais After Dark last night, child,
I got to go back and watch it. I loved Thais After Dark.
I'm so glad because listen, I'm not gonna say just go and watch the rerun. Watch the rerun. It was a good time. It was a good time. And then we had a little After Dark. You know what I'm saying? So y'all go head over there. It was just another phenomenal show. Thais is one of our heavy hitters on the network, so definitely check him out. And so and Kyrie is getting ready to have his show coming up soon too. Candid Conversation with Kyrie Solange. Yes, all next month. Next month is going to be a whole bunch of new shows, new seasons, all new things. So we're looking forward to it. And Kwame Speaks is coming back. I had to take a break, y'all. It was too much. Producer only shows, trying to get all the shit together for the fall 2022 and trying to get my own show. It's a lot going on. So definitely check it out. And I'm going to be doing some new stuff on Kwame Speaks. Yes, we're going to be talking some mess, y'all. All right, y'all. We're going to let you go. We appreciate you guys. We hope you guys had a wonderful week. And just go ahead and congratulate yourselves because you made it. You did it. You had some insurmountable odds. You know what I'm saying? And you went through. You did what you needed to do. And when the supervisors were getting on your nerves, when the customers were getting on your nerves, you made it through. You didn't cut a hole. You know, that in and of itself should be an accomplishment and a sense to look in the mirror and say, you know what, congratulations. And on top of all that, if you Black, which most of y'all are, go ahead and look in the mirror and say, you know what, I'm Black and I'm proud. Oh,
period.
Beautiful.
All day.
Yeah.
Yes, we love you guys. Thank you guys for joining, and we will see you guys next
Monday.
Week. Peace out. Create a great weekend. Bye, guys.